Hi. If you want to be a writer, then write. Write every day. Every day. This message was given to me way back in 1969 when I did my first creative writing course. I can remember coming home after the first lesson, sitting at the railway station with another course participant, and he said to me, "Tom, if you want to be a writer, you've got to write. And you've got to write every day, until it becomes such a habit that you feel uneasy if you haven't done a little bit of writing that day." And so I took him up on that. And I've been a very busy little bee as far as writing in the interim. I've written probably, I think it's close on 400 essays, all of about 2,000 words each, placed on hub pages. I've written poems, I've written short stories, I've written essays, I've written magazine articles, and I have written 18 books. 18 books and 3 film scripts. And here they are. And today I did something I hadn't done previously. I sat down and I thought, how many of these books have I given away on the internet as free PDFs? I've never really worried about publishing. I had a few knockbacks in the early days, way back in the 1960s, early 70s. Realised how hard it was to get a book published. And then just kept on writing for the sheer enjoyment of it. Then along came the internet. And in 2011, the 2nd of September 2011, I gave away my first PDF to somebody who'd asked for it. And today I sat down with my list of my books and figured out just how many I've given away, the title of the books, who they went to, and the day I sent them. And when I totted them up, I couldn't believe it. 308. I've given away 308 free PDF books. And I'm glad. And I'm happy to give away more. Because I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the enjoyment of writing. And then I think to myself, maybe somebody else will enjoy reading these. And apparently they do, because they keep asking me for requests. I wrote one book called Speaking Outside the Toastmasters Environment. Now, I've been a Toastmaster now for 53 years. I wrote this book a few years back, Speaking Outside the Toastmasters Environment, because I started to do that in a big way. After I'd been in Toastmasters about 10 years, I started going outside to big audiences and thoroughly enjoying it. So I wrote the book, Speaking Outside the Toastmasters Environment. 108 people wanted copies. 108. So that book certainly wasn't a waste of time. But then I look at my fiction. I wrote 3 books of fiction. Search Time Expired, which is set against an aviation background in Papua New Guinea in the 1960s. Sailor Boy Blue, which covers virtually my 6 years in the Navy. Made fiction, but very close to home. Probably the hardest book I ever wrote. And The Sealers, a book about the discovery of Macquarie Island and how it was exploited for its seals way back in the 19th century. And of all of those 3 books, only 16 people were interested. So the point I'm making is There's so much fiction out there, people don't really want it. They want to learn things. They want books that will help them. And most of my books are of that vein. Non-fiction, I write quite a bit about the metaphysics, and I also write about public speaking and that sort of thing. But without going on for too long, I'd just like to say this. If you want to be a writer, write. None of this business about I've got writer's block. If you're blocked in something, write about something else. And then the writer's block for what you really wanted to write about will be lifted. Just a hint. No matter what happens, this so-called writer's block, forget about it, turn on to another subject matter and start writing about that. That's the way you'll shift it. I don't think I've ever had writer's block in all my life. I just sit down, the ideas come up, and I write about them, or if I'm making a video, I speak about them, as I'm speaking about this one now. So if you really do want to be a writer, not because you think you might become famous, not because you think you might make a lot of money, not because you want to stroke your ego, but because you just feel impelled. It sort of like comes up inside you. You've got to tell the story. You've got to get the information out there. If you feel that way, you'll become a writer. Forget about the baggage of what goes along with it. Just write for the enjoyment. That's what I do. I don't make money out of it, and I've never really worried about that side of it. If that comes, well, it comes. If it doesn't, well, so what? The enjoyment is in the doing. So if you want to be a writer, a real writer, write, and write every day until it becomes such a habit that you feel uneasy when you don't do it.